Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are Bluefin Design and I'm Nikhil, and in this video we are going to design and animate this tooltip for the slider that we designed earlier. The tooltip shows the current value of the slider as the slider moves around, and we have already made this animation to show what we are going to be doing today. In our previous video, we saw how to animate the percentage values for each of the bar graphs. But in this video, we are going to animate the number counter for the value in the tooltip. I'm fairly new to YouTube, but I like sharing my videos and knowledge with the community. If you like what you see, please like this video and share it with your network. Also consider subscribing to learn more about UX and design. The more you share, more people can benefit from this tutorial. So let's get started. We are in Adobe Xd, and continuing from the previous video where we designed and animated the bar graph values depending on the risk level for investing, we are going to add the tooltip for the slider to show the current value, or in this case, the risk tolerance for your investments. So using the rectangle tool or pressing R on your keyboard, I'm going to quickly create a rectangle. We're not interested in the border, so I'm going to adjust the fill color from the selected colors over here. What I'm also going to do is create another rectangle. So pretty much I'll just duplicate this one by pressing Command or Control D on your keyboard, so you can see that the rectangle was duplicated. I am going to quickly resize this rectangle and rotate it 45 degrees to create the end of the tooltip. I'm going to adjust the location and resize this. So when I'm happy with the size, I'm going to select this rectangle and the previous one we created using Shift, and from one of these Boolean operators we are going to select the first one, which is add, or essentially union if you are using Photoshop, which combines both the shapes and creates one shape. This is what we're going to be using for the tooltip. Now I'm going to place this inside the component, and the way we can do that, as I mentioned earlier, is to cut this and then select any element from within the component and paste it on top, so that way it gets included in the component. I'm going to align the center of the tooltip to the seeker of the slider and arrange it in the layers like so. What we also want is to show some text on this tooltip. So I'm going to press Command or Control on the keyboard and select the individual layers from over here. That's a good tip for you if you want to select a particular layer which is nested into groups. You can press Command or Control to select that individual layer. So I'm just going to select the text over here, copy it and paste it in the layers panel because I want to use that. I'll bring it closer to where I want it. For this video, we're going to show the risk level or the risk tolerance, and then again duplicate this using Command or Control D to show the percentage indicator. Now I'm also going to duplicate this percentage text one more time to show the actual percentage number. Now for this tutorial we are only interested in 2 digits, but you can copy and paste how many ever times you need. So I'm going to select type 0 over here and let's say 10. So here's the trick, guys. Instead of having the number 10 in one text tool, I'm creating 2 text tools and using like each text box for individual digits, because in the next step we are going to create a repeat grid for each of these for that animation. So I'm going to create a repeat grid, adjust the space between each values, and here's the trick, guys. If you have a notepad or the numbers written in the note in the text file, so you can pretty much drag and drop it directly on the text layer. So whatever numbers or text you had in the text file are copied over here. This is really a great trick if you want to have too many items in the repeat grid like we are doing in this project. So the reason I added so many numbers from 0 to 9 is because we want the percentage to go from like 1% to 70. It's just an indicator. So I'm going to quickly duplicate the repeat grid that we created, delete the other digit, and then move the duplicate repeat grid to indicate the tens value. But now we don't want as many digits as we created earlier. We just want to go from 0 to 9, and we don't really want the 0 either, so I'm just going to remove that. So now we have the tens value and the units value, but we see so many numbers. What we're going to do to remove these numbers in the repeat grid is create one more rectangle or any shape and use it as a mask. And now once I'm happy with the size, I'll select the rectangle shape, and using the shift key, I'll select the repeat grid, and now right click and select mask with shape. So all the other digits have been hidden now. With the mask selected, I can now refine the shape until I'm happy. So we have the tooltip ready. I'll select all the items and create a group using Command or Control G and rename it to tooltip. So the initial value for the risk tolerance is ready. What we're going to do now is, with the component selected, we're going to go into the final state and then move the tooltip so it actually moves with the seek bar. And here's the trick, guys. So in the final state, I'm going to select this repeat grid and basically just move it down to indicate a nice animation. I'm going to do the same with the other number. So the risk tolerance or the value for the slider goes from 10% to 87%. Now we're going to quickly move to the prototype tab, and with the default state selected, I already have the wire created for this, but I'm going to show you anyways. So it's a tap trigger, and the important thing is the auto animate type of action. That is going to really animate the number counter basically. I'm going to set the easing to ease in and out, and you can set the duration for your project according to your design. Just to show you guys, I'm setting it to 4 seconds. So now moving to the final state, we want to be able to click the seeker and go back to the initial state. So I've created a wire for that as well. I'm going to set the timer to 4 seconds and the type of animation to auto animate. I'm going to save my progress, and let's play the animation. So there you have it. You have a smooth slider along with the number counter. If you haven't seen my previous video where we animate the bar graph, I've included a link in the description as well as in the top right corner of this video. So there you have it, a nice and smooth number counter animated to show the current value. We also have an Instagram account where we share about best practices in UX and design. I'd love to see the designs that you create. Feel free to send your designs on Instagram for reviews or suggestions. If you want us to create a specific tutorial, let us know in the comments down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel as we'll be creating more such videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching.